we've learned how to play a long note, but one thing we need to learn to do is to articulate that note. And what does it mean to articulate? It means we need to be able to show where the start of the note is so that we could play a melody or show that we're playing individual notes rather than just one long note. Let me show you how that practically works. We do something on trumpet called tonguing, and just have a listen to what it sounds like when I tongue. What am I doing there? I'm putting my tongue up to my hard palate and I'm saying the word tu. And I'm very gently doing that just so that I can articulate the start of the note. One of the easiest ways to get started on this is to imagine there's a kernel of rice on the tip of your tongue that you have to spit across the room. So you breathe in and you're going to spit that rice kernel. Just like that. Okay, try it again. Now you can even start by just trying that on your mouthpiece and buzzing on whatever note comes out. Let's count into 4, and then we'll do that a couple of times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And spit that rice kernel as far as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it on the trumpet. Put the mouthpiece in, and we're going to continue to make that articulation. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice I'm trying to hold the note after I've tongued it. So I'm not just putting a sharp tu and then not playing. I'm actually saying tu, and then I'm letting the notes play out throughout the length of the note that I'm choosing to play. Cool, so that's an exercise we can start doing. Now, let's quickly talk about where exactly am I putting my tongue. So I'm saying tu, but what's important is that I'm not putting my tongue on my teeth. I'm not saying like that, or tu. It doesn't sound like I've got a lisp. I'm actually placing it where my gums meet my teeth. So if you can put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and slide it forward until you feel just that line where the roof of your mouth meets your teeth. That's where you want to say from. That's where you get a nice, clean articulation. Let's do it again, and now think about where your tongue is actually landing. Is it going between your gums and your teeth? Have you been doing it in the middle of your teeth? Let's try and change that so that it's in the right position. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And once again, just a reminder, a nice relaxed arm, loose hands, ball in the hand, corners down, cheeks in. If you're playing a note that's too high, you open your mouth and you say, ya, and you relax it into the lower note. One, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully you're starting to get that feeling of spitting the rice kernel, getting a clean articulation on the start of your note, and being able to hold the note after that. Let's do one more exercise where we're going to try and put a few articulations in a row after each other. We're going to breathe in for 4 counts, or we're going to count in for 4 counts and take a breath towards the end. And then we're going to tongue 4 times. Tu, 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 tu. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully you're starting to get this feeling of tonguing one after each other. Now, we want to make sure those tongues are connected, as we say, meaning we blow the note all the way until we tongue the next note. We're not going dit, 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 but rather do, do, do. And it should feel like your tongue is just bouncing off the roof of your mouth once you really get into the feel of connected tonguing. it's not punching out notes individually. It feels like they're coming in, your air is just blowing in one long airstream, and your tongue is just tapping the roof of your mouth. So that's important, that we're not pumping your lungs on every time we tongue. We don't want to go, but rather, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, aim for a nice clean tongue, connecting them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So this is something you can go and practice and get really comfortable with, because we're going to be using it all the way through the next couple of courses. In all music that we play, we're going to be articulating notes. So the things that you can practice so long are your buzzing, making sure you form the correct embouchure, holding the trumpet correctly and in a relaxed position, and then producing long tones. And then finally, to practice your articulations and connecting the tonguing. As we move on, we're going to start learning to read music and to play different notes. For now, just start with the first note that we've learnt and just get really comfortable on that.